Welcome back to Temps Barbecue. Today we're going to be cooking up some pork spare ribs. We're going to be smoking them, seasoning them up, put some barbecue sauce on them, and get them nice and tasty for dinner tonight. Okay, so what we're going to start doing now is we're going to start cleaning up the ribs to get it ready to be dry rubbed and through on the smoker. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take off the skin. So what we're going to do is we're going to pat dry the rib, and then we're going to do both sides, top and bottom. I usually start with the top and then flip it over, that way you're already on the bottom when you're pulling off the silver skin. So you're going to get a knife, get underneath one of the bones, you're going to lift it, grab a paper towel because it's easy to grab a hold with, and you're just going to pull. You want to make sure you get that off, that way when it comes time later to eat that it's nice and tender and it doesn't have that thick skin to hold it on. I'm going to use a mustard for a binding agent for my rub, and here I'm using just a pork rub on it that I got from Fry's, or depends on where you're at, Kroger. I'm going to cut off some of the excess fat on it, that way it's just not going to be on the ends of just chewy fat. I'm going to do the same to the top, use mustard. The mustard is not going to add any flavor to it, it's just going to add a agent to be able to hold on to the seasoning a little bit better while it's cooking, and not going to let it rub around that much. Now with your racks of ribs, you can go as light or heavy as you like it, depends on how you want your ribs. I like to give it a nice generous amount just to help with the color and with the flavor. We like a lot of seasonings on certain types of meat. Like brisket, we like a lot of seasoning on that, like a lot of salt, pepper, garlic. On this, we wanted to try this new rub because we didn't try this rub before. So we put a nice generous amount on it, and it turned out pretty well. So we'll probably be buying this rub again. You can make your own rubs, but sometimes why not use the stuff that's already pre-packaged? I mean, it's already been perfected, that's why they're making it. But I make my own rubs sometimes as well, just depends on what I'm doing. And this day we were just in a hurry, so just threw it together with a pre-made rub. Okay, after you get it all seasoned up, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna clean up a little bit. As you can see behind me, I am actually doing 2 racks of ribs today. We already had the grill preheated. I did that earlier before I started the video. Now it's time to grab the camera and the ribs and take them out and throw them on the grill. Insert your meat thermometers into the center of the rack of rib, that way you can get an internal temperature of it. You want to make sure that your ribs do reach an internal temperature of 205 degrees. You want to make sure that your hopper is full of pellets, that way you don't run out. I did that once, it wasn't fun. So I made sure that it had enough in there. I was going to fill it up more, but I just kept an eye on it at the moment. So here we are about 30 to 40 minutes in. I'm going to come out here and spray it with some apple cider vinegar water mixture, and to check the internal temps of the ribs. So we're sitting at 140 for one and 129 for the front one. So after it gets to about 150, I'm gonna pull them, wrap them in butcher paper, which I already did. Now we're almost at internal temp where we need it to be. I'm gonna take the back one off
at 203 and let it rest for a few minutes, and give the other one about another 10-15 more minutes. Here I am unwrapping the ribs after reaching target temperatures. As you can see, they turned out beautifully. They were still a little hot to the touch, so it was a little bit harder to get off the paper, but what I did, as you see, it just fell apart. I mean, it just collapsed on itself and came right off the bone. It wasn't completely falling off the bone, because if it's falling off the bone, like the bone just comes out straight out with little to no pull on it, that means you overcooked it. You want it to have a little bit of grab on the rib bone, as you see in the video. That's when you know it's actually cooked perfectly. It took a little bite. It was phenomenal. Had good taste to it. We're going to use a drunken garlic barbecue sauce on this one. On the other one, we're going to use a different barbecue sauce. It's going to be a sugar-free honey. But this was a brand new barbecue sauce that my mother bought for me, so I wanted to check it out and try it. And it turned out really good. Oh, there goes my son making a little cameo in the background. So we're just going to get our mop, and we're going to mop on that sauce, give it a nice even coat. You can use a brush, but I find the mop to be very easy to use than the brush. It lets it evenly coat on there. It doesn't, push it around, because you can just let it just slop around. As you're about to see, my mother reaching in to grab another piece. I gave her a small piece, and apparently she wanted more, but when I was not looking. So she enjoyed it. She liked the taste and the flavor of it. So we're gonna sit here and slice it up and get it ready for serve for dinner. The other one rib was about to get pulled off and put into my meat cooler to come down to temp. So I hope everybody has a great day. Please enjoy, like and subscribe, and please click that notification icon. I will have a link up in the top left corner of the screen, or actually right corner of the screen, and it will be linked to some of my other channels. As you can see, there's some nice smoke rings, nice and juicy. I hope everybody, like I said, has a great day. Please subscribe. Check out my other videos.